Pro Boxing Fans here with Anthony Yarde. Anthony, we're here in Telford. It's been a while since I've seen you, man. It's been a minute, man. I think last time I saw you was actually around the Lyndon Artist fight. We've spoken here and there, but just, I'm not seeing you. I'm not come down to the gym. That's my fault. But how's things? How's life?
Yeah, man, life's good, man. How are you, bro?
I'm good. I see you obviously repping the Arsenal more than ever this season.
Yeah, you was chatting some rubbish before. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't always repping Arsenal. Yeah. You better be joking, B. It's Arsenal for life, B.
Let's talk about why we're here. Obviously, you're fighting in Telford. As what people will see as a takeover fight. We're waiting for that big fight. Unfortunately, it hasn't come into fruition because of an injury to Artur Beterbiev. Hopefully, early next year that's going to be the case. But this is just sort of dusting off the cobwebs, right?
Yeah. Again, it's just activity. Again, I've got a boxing career. If it was up to me, I could fight every 4 months. But again, that's when you're having negotiations and then it gets announced and then the opponent comes up injured and there's all these things in the background. But yeah, we're here, so the past don't matter.
The past doesn't matter, but has it just been frustrating for you mentally? Because I know you as a fighter, you've been wanting these big fights. You've had the big fight. It's just taken longer than usual.
Absolutely not. No. Again, these things, it don't frustrate me because I just believe it's part of the process. It will frustrate me if I wasn't in the gym and all these kind of things, but I'm working on my craft. There's always areas to be better. I started my career very late in life, limited experience, amateur and professional. So I basically live in the gym. I think I got a pillow in there, I got toothpaste, I got toothbrush. What else we got in there? All we're missing is a hardwood bed. No one said we ain't got the inflatable. You dig?
Listen, in boxing you can be the flavour of the month or you can just be dropped down to the bottom. We saw that when you first lost Lyndon Arthur. It seemed like everyone was having a go at you. He's not good enough. Maybe he needs to change his training team. You come back, you put in a performance that wowed the crowd. When I was there, a lot of people were like, wow, we didn't expect that from Anthony Yarde against Lyndon Arthur. But what did you learn after that whole episode of them two fights?
It's not something I learned, it's something I knew from before anyway. The boxing game, I think fickle is the right word. People are for the moment. Canelo Alvarez, for example, on top of the world, one loss. You're not hearing about no Canelo. There was no really talk about the third Triple G fight. That was a massive fight, but there was not really any talk about it. Lomachenko. At one point, the Matrix, everyone's saying this guy's the best pound for pound. Don't matter what weight, flyweight, pin weight, it don't matter. He could do heavyweight. One loss, no one's talking about him anymore. It's happened so many times in boxing, so it's like when you've got your loyal fan base, you've got people that genuinely ride with you and rock with you. That's just how I'm built. Longevity. Some people are bandwagon people. They jump on when the flame's hot. Some people are there from, they can see you got all the tools, they see you got the gas lighter, they see you got the gas, they see you got the stove, and they're ready for the flame to light. For me, I just focus on people that are loyal. That's it, people that are loyal. Because again, no one's in there except for me.
Tunde is next to me, but I'm going to interview him separately. But a lot of talk was that Anthony Yarde needs to change his training team. He needs to go with someone more experienced. Tunde's talked about it in interviews before that the first Koykov fight, and you spoke about it. We were a bit inexperienced. You learned from that. You're in a big fight. But what do you make of all that talk about you've got to change people in your team? You've got to bring new trainers in or whatever it is.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. And again, some people do want the best for me. Because again, at one point in time, it was people that genuinely cared about me saying the same thing. They were like, well, you need to I don't want to involve myself, but this is what you need to do or whatever. I take that on board. Some people are like, nah, man, I love what you've done. Everyone's got their different opinions. Some people just genuinely don't like Tunde. They don't like how things he said, or for whatever reason why they don't like him. Some of them don't really know him, but they don't like him. Same thing for me. Some people just don't like me. Some people like us, and some people don't. So it's like, you know what? Am I comfortable within my team? Yes and no. Because sometimes the training ain't comfortable. Sometimes the relationship ain't comfortable, but sometimes it is. And, can we add something to the team? Yes, we've done that. I just see it as this. This is what I'm like as a person. I'll just explain it, yeah. And this is genuine. I would rather build from ground up, me and my team, and have that success story, because it's a life. Yeah, we talk about the belts, we talk about the fame, we talk about the money, we talk about all these things here. But you see, at the end of the day, you look back and you say, look, what did I accomplish? For me, it's like, it's just something that's within my DNA. I want to start from ground up with a team and blossom. You know, sometimes like you might meet a trainer, you ain't got no chemistry, this trainer could be trained of the year, know all these things or whatever, but there was no build together. There was no storyline, there was no journey. So for me, it's like, me and Tunde have grown so much in terms of, you know, personally. I've grown as a personally. Tunde has grown personally. And again, to see that within each other, we spoke yesterday and we was just like, it's mad. Look at the difference in us, how we communicate everything. It's just, for me, it's just the way I am. It's a journey. It's like I've got the same friends. Like, you get what I'm saying? You've seen it. I've got the same friends from when I was in primary school. And all the other friends, the same friends from when I was in secondary school. So that's from 12 years old. I'm 30 now, or 31. I'm trying to, you get what I'm saying? That shows my character. I'm the kind of person that's like, I'm as loyal as they come. And that's not like saying, oh yeah, but that's bad for me, because there's people that dropped out. There's people that I grew up with, were in primary school with, or whatever, but we was on different wavelengths, different energies and different paths of life. So some people you have to separate yourself from. But when all the people that are, in my opinion, got good hearts, good people, we've all stuck together. We've had arguments, we've had disagreements. You want this, I want that, don't matter. We're good people. We've had together.
I've been around you. I've been around after fights as well. I'm seeing your high school friends there. It's crazy. You have got a small circle, but people that I've seen from day one. Obviously, that big fight that we have to talk about is Artur Beterbiev. You're obviously going to be the underdog in that fight. He's a monster in the ring. You're a beast. How is that fight going to play out?
We have to wait and see. Again, I know this sounds mad and cliche, but again, that's why we got other interviews. My only focus is this Saturday. I've got a human being in front of me that's clearly going to be hungry, that is excited for the opportunity. That's why it's my only focus. I've got to go in there and destroy a man. Professionally. But again, that's just my mentality. After the fight, then that's after the fight. But I've always had that same mentality, and that's like one fight at a time. One fight at a time.
But I do want to talk about WBC are ordering that whoever wins that fight is going to face Callum Smith now. Obviously, providing there is a unification in order. Callum Smith is another fantastic opponent for whichever fighter, yourself or Beterbiev.
Again, that's futuristic. I know it sounds like I'm holding back, but it just shows you my mentality. My mentality is like, I zone in. It's like, you see when I say tunnel vision, I literally, when I've got someone in front of me, I'm not overlooking nobody. Like, I'm going in there with this opponent thinking he is Beterbiev. That's literally my mentality. I'm going in there saying to myself, cool, this is a guy that comes in there, he's got a good knockout ratio. Again, I think he's got like a same knockout ratio as me. That's not no joke. So I'm not going to be overlooking no one. They'll say, yeah, but stylistically or whatever, or you got more experience. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm focused for this fight.
Do you want to talk about one of your counterparts from your division who's hung up his gloves, unfortunately, Callum Johnson? He's retired. He announced retirement a couple of days ago. When he moved over to Queensbury, we thought we might see you guys dance in the ring. Unfortunately not. He said, there has been issues. He's not really emphasised on it, but what do you want to say to Callum Johnson, somebody who's actually faced Beterbiev and done quite a bit in the division?
You know what, I'll just say, the reasons why he retired, if he ain't said, then we don't know. I hope everything's okay, mentally and physically. And again, I hope we don't hope, because again, it's not my career, but we've heard fighters retiring before. If he hasn't given a reason, then he could make a comeback. So again, we can't count it out yet.